Hello, we're on the Euro USD right now looking at a boundary option maturing with a roughly 22.94% probability of price staying within this current boundary. The directional choice here is irrelevant. We're not concerned with price going up or down, though from the looks of it, it's probable that price will continue long, given that both Smart Money and Genesis Elite are saying there is strong bullish momentum. In either of the two cases, we have a good boundary setup here to take advantage of, so we're going to go in full max exposure for a trade that will expire in roughly 30 odd minutes time. So we're in the trade now, and we'll come back to you shortly with the results. All right, we're back with roughly 30 odd seconds remaining in this outside boundary trade that was taken on the premise that Genesis Elite was offering us a probability of price staying inside its current boundary at a roughly 17 to 22% at the time this trade was decided upon. That naturally is very low. Therefore, the logical choice was to go for an outside boundary trade, which would hence carry a much higher probability of success. That price has now broken outside that boundary quite aggressively and is retracing above the boundary very safely for us to expire, which we have now, for an $8,250 gross return on a 5,000 full max exposure investment. Once again, feel free to choose your own investment amounts as per your own risk management plan. Sensible investments are always key to good equity growth consistently over time. We now have the platform calculating expiry for us at the moment, but if you notice on the chart, we have another boundary opportunity maturing at the moment as we speak. So once this trade expires and the funds are released, there is another boundary trade setup available at roughly 22%, 21% probability of price staying inside the boundary on that one, which indicates that we have another outside boundary trade in the making. So once the platform has released the funds, which it has now for a $3,250 net profit, we're going to go back to our chart now and see if that opportunity is still there, which it very much is. So price has a very low probability, roughly 23%, of staying inside the boundary. So we will shoot for an outside boundary option since that carries a higher probability of success. This is a slightly shorter trade that will expire in the next 14 minutes time at 1 p.m. GMT, 1300 GMT. We're now in the trade and we'll come back to you just before expiry of this trade to show you the results. Okay, we're back again with roughly 30 seconds remaining in this second outside boundary trade on the Euro USD. Price, as you can see, exited the boundary quite effectively earlier on and is now retracing below the boundary. There is also very small smart volume being associated with that retracement up to the low strength boundary, which indicates further short side momentum coming up soon. Primary reason for us to not be so worried about price being price literally hugging the boundary there. It's going to stay below that boundary since we have absolutely no time left and we have now expired. So 8,250 gross return on this trade, another boundary trade executed successfully with ITM Genesis Elite showing us that probabilities for price staying inside its current boundary at the time the trade was taken were very low. Therefore, an outside boundary trade was the logical choice, carrying the higher probability of success, much higher in the case of this trade. So we've now expired in the money, just waiting for the platform to calculate expiry. This should be a $3,250 net profit on this trade as well. We've already had an outside boundary trade earlier with a $3,250 net profit. So taking both of them into consideration, we should be netting $6,500 today as net profit on these two outside boundary trades. Very safe execution, ITM Smart Money and ITM Genesis Elite leading the way, giving us confidence in taking these opportunities this afternoon. Thank you.